Hey, super fun, my name is 𝒂𝒑, and today I'll be playing Misty Scarlet Daze, which is a horror game where a shut-in wolf girl and a little Miss Innocent meet and learn to know that their past is tainted with darkness and pain, and their relationship together only uncovers more. Now, this game is uploaded for the 𝒈𝒐 Game Jam 2025. The submissions end in 23 days with the prompt relationship between women, and it does end in 2025, December 2nd. So, without further ado though, let's jump right on in. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaves have flowered, but only for an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eildon sank to grief. So dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay. Nothing gold can stay by Robert Forrest. Warning: this game contains topics that may be harsh for the average viewer to stomach. These topics being incest, rape, pedophilia, murder, loss, gun violence, and racism. Ever since I was young, it was me and my mother. Me and my mother had lived the modest yet outcasted life from general society. We were not naturally accepted, is what my mother had told me. She taught me other strange human customs known as a label when I was young. Humans had labels and names for everything, even things indescribable, and that these labels would determine how something was viewed and its way of life. And since the day I was born, I had been labeled the big bad wolf and nothing but. Since the day my mother was born, she had been the big bad wolf and nothing but. As were my grandparents and their grandparents and their grandparents. It was an endless cycle of hate simply because we looked off from the average human. And this hate, boom. How miserable. What an utterly pathetic life. The way I've been living would surely put my mother, who had died for the continue on living if they're dead, to shame. But I can't help it. Humanity's terrifying. Even other animals frighten me sometimes. Every little thing had frightened me greatly. There's just no way I could go on living like this. I say that to myself every day, yet never ever change. I wake up, play with dolls, weep for hours, eat, go to sleep, and then repeat. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. The only thing breaking me from this cycle was buying food regularly. Other than that, I had nothing but playing with dolls, weeping for hours, eating, then going to sleep. That is, until I met her. At the marketplace, while buying some bread, I saw a human dressed in the most beautiful dress I've ever seen. A red dress doused in bows with white picot and bottom, two furry sleeves poking out of her hood, obscuring a bit of her face, two skinny legs poking out from her dress like a doll, with pale, perky skin to match. She smiled at me when she noticed I was staring. Her mother then sheered her away. I thought I'd never see her again, but she was always somewhere around me. In the flower field near my house, tweeting alongside birds and making a mess with petals. In the shopping district, of course, and always running deep into the woods chasing butterflies. Unaware that I was chasing her. Nice blonde hair, nice big red eyes, her voice akin to an angel's as she sings childish tunes and lullabies. She likes to draw and frequently does landscapes. She likes talking to herself. I like hearing every word. She wears a new dress each day. Today she's wearing a white summer dress. Her home's a bit further away from the village, closer to mine than expected. Her name is Scarlet Haze, and boy does she have me in a haze. Apparently her mother was going out shopping for flowers. Little Miss Haze uses this as an excuse to escape and run into the woods. Finally, my chance has struck at last. To wear her perfect pale, pristine skin, to become the beautiful and adorable Scarlet Haze. Unfortunately, upon sneaking quietly into her house, I realized none of her dresses fit me. There has to be something. There's no way I came this far for no reason. I shuffled through every drawer I could find. Each dress was smaller than the last. Finally, I found the dress that was just right. A fairly light blue nightgown. It wasn't much like Scarlet's, but I was taking anything at this point. I can smell her Scarlet Haze scent. What are you doing here? A shrill voice questioned behind me, a voice I knew all too well. I said, I'm done for. Scarlet Daze's beautiful red eyes were finally on me, and only me, and what would be the impression left on those eyes? The gateway to her soul would be. Are you some kind of perv? That I have been the hugest perv in the world. I fell to my knees and wept. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I can kill myself in revenge. I can give you all I have. I'll do anything you say. Please don't go away. I'm angry. I don't mind. She bent down and whispered something in my ears. I quite like pervs after all. She quickly gets back up and stretches out her hand. But my mother doesn't, so you should leave. Okay. And thus began a disturbingly abnormal relationship with Scarlet Daze in the most regrettable fashion a relationship could. The next day, I went back to the routine, which had been simply watching Scarlet Daze as she frolicked in the flowers field all by herself. She had been indulging in her favorite pastime, which had been destroying flowers, crushing up dandelions brutally with her petite and soft-looking hands. She picked up the daisies and, in a rather childish manner, plucked its petals while muttering something I couldn't hear much well, until she, of course, shouted out, "She's watching!" She skipped up to the tree I have not cleverly hid myself behind and smiled at me. She was missing a tooth. Odd, considering she didn't look much younger than I. Miss Wolf. Hey, what you doing? The obvious answer was stalking her, yet this is so obvious answer would most likely lead to a bullet to my head, so instead of answering, I cried. She giggled at the sight. God, what a fool I sure am making myself out to be. You sure do cry a lot, Miss Wolf. She pets my head. I feel my tail wagging a bit as she does. Well, don't worry. I don't mind you watching. I have known for a while that you've been. I felt like breaking out sobbing. I didn't, however. One could say her soft hands brushing through my hair and her gentle demeanor has soothed me a bit. After a little while, she and I lay in the flower bed. She pets me and reassures me I've done no wrong to her. I really do like the fact that you're always staring, you know? It feels good. Really, it does. The idea of someone who isn't my mother trailing their eyes all over me, and with the intent of a wild animal ready to pounce and bite and tear away at my clothes gets me riled up. I don't want that, though. Scarlet Daze stares at the defilement. What do you want? Your dress. It was pretty, and I wanted to wear it. In fact, yourself had been quite beautiful, so I just wanted to be pretty like you. And since you're pretty, I couldn't stop staring. I've always wanted to be a pretty girl like you. When I said that, I realized my voice was quite gruff. Well, I think you already are. Really? My voice sounded rather scratchy then I said that. Yep, in fact, I kind of wish my hair was as long as yours. It's kind of short. I took at my hair a bit. It's rather tangled, and when I grab it, more hair falls out. For a moment, I wonder how anyone could be jealous. It's kind of tangled and gross. I barely take care of it. After all, I think I should cut it off. Well, if you cut your hair, I'll cut up my pretty dresses. Why? Why would you ever do such a thing? Because you love my dresses and I love your hair, so it makes us even. I feel flushed by this statement. Strangely enough, her words remind me of how when I was younger, I used to cry when my mother cut my hair. She asked why I did so, and I told her that I hated it when it was short and that it didn't look like my hair, but a stranger's. My mother accepted my feelings and never cut my hair again. I feel a bit silly thinking of it now. I'd be betraying many people if I cut it. Then I won't cut my hair. You're 8. Scarlet Daze looked up at the sky. She noticed the sun had set a bit and sighed a little. She then picked herself up and skipped a small distance before turning back to face me. I gotta go home now. My mother would kill me if I was out too late with a friend. Oh, by the way, that dress isn't mine. It's my mother's. You should keep it. I think it looks better on you. It's a very lovely dress. It's a shame someone as ugly as her was always wearing it. Well, see ya. Wait, what's your name? I just kept calling you Miss Wolf. Claire Clawthorne. Oh, well, pretty name. My name is Scarlet, by the way. Scarlet Daze, but you probably already know that. I felt like I could die at embarrassment at any moment now. Well then, see ya, Claire. See ya. My face was burning hot, as if I had a fever. I felt a bit dizzy, too. I grabbed a little bit of bread and a slice of salami and created the world's saddest sandwich. I faintly hear my mother's voice complaining that I should eat more meat and grander meals so I can grow properly. I feel sick in my head. I put my sandwich down and sighed. I'm not hungry today either, I'm sorry, Mom. Boo! Eat! God, you're such a wuss. You really got scared by that. Well... She gently pats my head. Don't worry. It's cute how much of a scaredy cat you despite being a wolf. I feel my face burning again. God, I always felt so embarrassed by her. Well, what you doing? I look down at my sandwich. It's still the most pathetic thing that you'll ever see. Eating? What you eating? I look back down at the sandwich again. I sighed a bit. A sandwich? Is that it? She points at my sandwich. It's completely flat, with salami poking out of each corner. That's kind of sad. I know. Wanna eat mine instead? Before I could even respond, my stomach growled, revealing its true intent to her most insanity. Well, it looks like I have to share now. My face is burning. I guess. That's all you could really say to that, isn't it? She took out her blanket, laid the blanket down, and then put as much food onto the slightly smaller than big felt blanket as she could. Every single morsel looked more delicious than the last. I felt my stomach churning. Alright, I'm done. Time to dig in. I scoffed down as much as I could fit in my mouth. I realized then that I may have been hungrier than I intently thought. Oddly enough, my last memory of a good meal was when my mother was alive. We had this huge steak that I tore into like an animal. My mother laughed while telling me to be careful not to choke. When I coughed a bit, she immediately rushed to my side and scolded me a bit for not heeding her warning. What a solemn memory to look back on. Wow, looks like someone was hungry. I looked back at her with my cheek stuffed with cherry pie. Well, I'm glad you liked it. It'd be a shame for my cooking to go to waste. For a split second, I wonder if her food had been a gift for me. I feel warm inside. I haven't had someone cook a meal for me since my mother was alive. And someone as cute as her going out of her way for me, I feel like I'm in heaven. She looked up at the sky again and sighs. Well, gotta go. My mother wants to play today, so I can't miss it. Even if I'd rather stay, I can't miss it, no matter what. So, see ya. Play games with mother? Aren't you a bit too old for that? I wanted to say that, but she left without a trace as soon as I thought to. I sit and stare at Scarlet Daze. I content talking to herself for a bit, until she herself starts the conversation per usual. Why you're always just staring at me? Why don't you come out and talk to me? I don't bite. We're friends after all. Well, I stare at her face. She's puffing up her cheeks like a child. I think back to my own childhood for some strange reason and recalled kids always running from me, only ever getting this close to push me and run. For the most part, kids just threw garbage at me and called me mean names and spread rumors that I had rabies or that I ate human meat, which, for the record, I never had nor have I ever considered. Either way, I found myself staring at them often. wishing to join on their play, then thought I was getting ready to attack them. But all I wanted was to play. Looking back on it, that must have been a habit, a bad one too, for this case especially. Absent-mindedly, I must have told her this, since she had a solemn look on her face when I snapped away from the memory. Well, I don't think you're scary. You're nice. Really, really nice. And really pretty too. She bends down and brushes through my hair. I feel warm at her touch. You've got beautiful eyes, yellow eyes that resemble dandelions, and a nice misty-looking hair. Despite it being kind of tangled and having a couple of dead ends, it still flutters wistfully in the wind, giving you a mysterious, beautiful kind of air from afar. She chuckles to herself. It's soft, sweet one. Even if your personality doesn't quite match your looks. On that hair are nice little ears that perk up when you get shocked, and a cute tail that wags whenever I pet you like this. Your face is like a model's, with skin nice dark brown that glows a bit under the sun's light, yet you're always hiding it in the shadows. Such a cute girl shouldn't be hiding in the dark all the time. It's such a waste of her beauty. My heart is thumping like crazy. Really? You think I'm that pretty? My voice sounded gruff, so unlike a girl's, and more like a beast. Yet why? You're just the cutest thing in the whole world. Thank you. No one ever said that before. Well, people should. She skips away for a bit, does her usual turnaround, and smiles back at me. So stop hiding in the shadows. You're wasting your good face. I keep those words of hers in my heart. Yet the next day, as if everything completely forgotten everything, I went back to my usual hooded attire while walking through the marketplace, hiding every single part of my body and face to avoid unnecessary attention. Hey, Claire! I hear a familiar voice behind me. Didn't I say you should show off more? Come on, take that off. She pulls my hood, my big white ears perk up. Everyone's staring at me. Everyone's talking about me. Their voices blend and blur, all so discreet yet all so familiar. The big bad wolf is here. We should shoot her down. I remembered something, staring into the fear in their eyes. The sound of day my mother died. After leaving the marketplace, just as was I about to, a huntsman began following her. At the time I had not seen him, but my mother had, and she urged me to keep moving forward, pushing me to go faster, faster, faster until, boom. Claire, run. Mommy. Claire, Mommy will be okay. Just, boom. Claire, go now. Without a second thought, I ran as fast as I could, tripping consistently over my tail, tucking between my legs. That's when I got a glimpse of it, of something behind me, a human. Spent the rest of the day cowering in her home, waiting for her to come back. The next day, I went looking for her. In the place she last spoke, nothing remained but muddy brown stains on the pavement. It was clear to me my mother had died at that moment, and in this one, it was clear that I'll be next. But even if it's haphazardly, intempt, disgraceful, I still want to live. Please, please don't kill me. Please, 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 please. Claire. A shadowy figure stood in the entrance of my cave. I can hear the clicking. I can hear the booming. I crawl further in. God, please, no. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. It crawls in closer. It reaches out its hideous claws, ready to devour me at any second. Wolf meat might taste good, eh? There's a lot you could do with a wolf's fur, eh? Your coat is so shiny and soft. I wonder if there's some sort of cloth with this material. I stopped washing my fur. I don't even wash myself. I don't want to seem appealing in the slightest. Because monsters like you will find me, kill me, and sell my carcasses. Mother is probably on your fur boots. Mother is probably on top of your head. Mother is hanging from the walls of your living room. Mother has long since been deposed and extradited by you. You flush my mother down the toilet. You wear her every day. You see her every day. She has melted into a part of you. I'll never see her again. I'll never see her or feel her gentle embrace, but her arms will always wrap around you. Those undeserving blood-covered hands of yours will always gently grace hers. How cruel, how cruel, how cruel. I don't want that. I don't want that. Please, God, please, God. Please, if I'm sent back to Mother, I want to be by my own hands. Please, don't do this, please. Claire, calm down. I'm not going to hurt you. I open my eyes. Scarlet Haze is staring down at me with the gentlest eyes I have ever seen. She bends down and gently places a hand on top of my head. She brushes through my hair and wipes my tears. See, it's okay. I won't hurt you. So please, please don't cry. You're quite beautiful. It hurts seeing tears roll down your face. I feel a strange warmth in my heart, hearing her words. I push myself forward, wrap my arms around her, and she wraps hers back. I close my eyes. Her warmth resembles my mother's. I remember my mother holding me on dark, gloomy nights, thunder booming in the sky. I had always hated loud noises. She wiped my tears, brushed through my hair, and sang a gentle song about how, even in the dark, she'd always be there. And sure enough, even when I went to sleep, I'd wake up with her beside me. My mother never broke a promise, and her arms would still be wrapped around me. She'd still be holding me on tight. She snored like a beast, and she drooled quite a lot, but there was nothing more comfortable than sleeping in her arms. It feels nice to be comforted. It feels nice to be loved, I thought. What a wonderful, wonderful feeling it is to be loved. For many days after that, Scarlet never forced me to go outside or to show myself off. She decided that it would be better if I decided to do so on my own. Brought many things for us in the meantime to play with and to eat, namely her mother's dresses. She'd often make me try them on to keep my confidence going, even if I couldn't find enough confidence to step outside of my own home. She was a strangely kind girl. Today, I indulged her in my hobby, playing with dolls and taking care of them as if they were people. How strange. Scarlet was still a bit of a tease, despite everything. She was Scarlet Haze, after all. You're just dolls, yet you treat them all like they're alive. They can't breathe or talk, probably can see through those big beady eyes, but that's just all about it. Yet with how much you care for them and how you talk about them, one could mistake these dolls for your own children. Is that bad? No, not at all. It means you'd probably make a great mother. I think my own mother for a bit. I'd love it if I could give someone else that sort of happiness. I like that. Does this mean Claire wants kids? You better not wed a man to have them, then. I want Claire's kids. Well, I can't have kids with a man anyways, so... Why did I say that? Really? Yeah. Then we should have kids, a lot of them. Huh? I want about 20. 20, they'll kill you. Well, if you say so. I won't make Claire take care of so many, all alone. Maybe just 2 of them, then. Okay. We mindlessly chattered the day away about our domestic life with our imaginary family. By the night, Scarlet stares at the window solemnly. She'd been going home later and appears to be more and more reluctant to do so. There is a indescribable, painful kind of sadness in her eyes. I have to go. Take care of our kids for me, okay? Her voice shakes when she tells me this, as if she's on the verge of tears, yet her smile only barely covers it up. Her smile seems to act somewhat like a dam, and her voice is the cracks breaching said dam. There's something else she wants to tell me, something that barely peeks through via her tone of voice, but they were only tiny drops. I could never see the flood coming. Scarlet brings some food for me again. We chow down and chat away about pointless things like spring's arrival and her small garden at home. She had many beautiful flowers, white lilies, baby breeze, daisies, snowdrops, and lily bells. She had a thing for white flowers, she said. She admired how pure they were by nature, and she enjoyed preserving that beauty quite a bit. I, in all honesty, was taken aback by her having her own garden, since she was always played in the flower field, far off from the village, and not only that, she had quite the destructive hobby of destroying these flowers. I decided to ask her about it. She let out a soft laugh before answering. Well, I like being around pure white flowers at home because I want to hold on to the semblance of something pure when I'm at home, since every corner I filled with a grainy dark filth. A putrid stench that wafts in that I can't get rid of unless it's drowned out by the strong scent of a pretty petite white lilies. And always from home. She chuckles again. It's stupid, really. I just like the idea of crushing something else pure for once, instead of being crushed myself. Maybe you should tell your mother to clean up. My mother used to clean the house quite often, but my mother is why it stinks. We both stay silent for a bit, neither wanting to continue on the conversation nor address it. We both succumb to the awakened silence, occasionally interrupted by the bird's song from the outside. Scarlet changes the topic, and we resume as normal. Scarlet leaves for home with a dunted gaze once more. I wonder if it's because her house smells so awful. Oh, what a foolish thought process. She surely could have meant such literally. But I didn't want to think much about what she could have truly meant. The truth could be beyond soul-crushing after all. Scarlet brings me dresses today, and she tells me to keep all despite the fact they're all her mother's. I worry a bit for her poor mother at the moment. She will have no dresses once I am through with all of them. Are you sure I can keep this? What about your mother? Won't she be upset when she has no more dresses? Because I hate her, and she hates me as much as I hate her. She'll just kick me out of the house. Why would you want that? Then we could live together. Are you sure it's just that? It is. Scarlet, are you sure something else isn't happening? I gently brushed my hand against her cheek, the same way she had done mine. If something's wrong, if you're feeling horrible or hurt, I want to hear about it. She gently brushes my hand away. Her gaze averts my own. I'm fine, Claire. Scarlet, please, just... God, Claire, just shut up. I don't want to talk about this. I don't even want to think about this. Please, please, leave me alone. My ears perk downwards. I feel a bit helpless hearing her yell at me. Still, I reach out my hand. Scarlet. She slapped it away. I said I don't want to talk about this. God, why doesn't anyone stop then? I say enough is enough. Please, just leave me alone. Scarlet runs off into the distance, tears pouring down her face. The dam has finally broken. My feet could barely brush up against the pooling waters of her emotions. The next day, Scarlet walks back into my cave with a large handful of dresses. She threw them violently at me. Keep them all. I'm killing my mother. Please, keep them. What? They're beautiful. They're wonderful dresses. I don't want her to wear them. You should wear them. You're pretty. Scarlet, I'll bring you the one she died in and clean it up once I'm done. Scarlet, calm down. Don't you dare tell me to calm down. I just need her gone. I need her gone. Scarlet, please. I walk closer to her. She lets out a tiny squeak. Stay back! She whips out a knife. I crawl backwards. Claire, stay back. don't try to stop me. I know what I'm doing, and I know I have to do it. It's the only way. It's the only way. Please, don't get in my way, Claire. Please, don't make me hurt you. She had been the one with the knife, yet the horrid look on her face gave me the impression that she was more frightened than I thought. Of course, I was terrified as well. No matter what happened, I always wanted to live, but Scarlet Daze didn't want to kill. Not me, not her mother. She was just scared. I tried reasoning with her. She threatens me again. I tried again. She puts the knife at my throat. My heart stops. I don't want to hurt you, Claire. I don't want to. Please, please, don't make me hurt you. Her hands are shaking. She drops the knife. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do this. I don't want to. I don't want to. I can't do it. Despite my own fear, I reach out and give her a hug. She curls up in my arms and cries into my left breast. We both shake and quiver in fear until we finally go to sleep. In the morning, Scarlet Daze is gone with the wind. The only thing left behind is a letter stating the following: I'm sorry, Claire. And nothing but those 3 words. For a few days, me and Scarlet haven't seen each other. I have tried desperately to search for her, yet the only place I could think of besides her usual meetup spot is her home, and I dare not break in the second time. So I've grown quite used to loneliness again. Short memories of her company had slithered into the cracks of my mind and sprouted horrible, miserable dandelions, yet those petals soon fell away when I shook my head. It was never meant to be. And no matter how desperately I wished for a different outcome, it wouldn't change a thing. Is what I thought, till Scarlet Daze skipped right back into my life and my heart. She peered through the opening of my cave and saw me laying helplessly on the floor in my pajamas, and rushed up to me. She grabbed my face gently. When I looked up at her, there were tears in her eyes, yet a genuine smile on her face. Oh, Claire. Oh God, I'm sorry. God, everything was so much, but now I get it. I love you, Claire. I love you more than anything. She leans in closer. Her knees nudges my crotch as she plants a peck on my lips. I'd never felt so warm before. Oh, Claire, please, please tell me you love me too. Felt my mind dizzying and mudding. Is this actually happening? I do. I always have. When you left, I felt cold, but now I feel warm again. Oh dear, what a childish way to put that. I'm no good with words, I'm sorry. I wish I could have given you a better response to your love confession. Oh Claire, I don't care. I don't care at all. Just shut up and take me already. She kisses me again. This time, her tongue slides into my mouth. An unfamiliar warmth takes over. Her tiny fingers trail up and down my body. She tugs on my heartstrings, causing me to howl in response. She whimpers softly into my ears. Her tiny sequel sounds a bit like birdsong, strangely enough. This is a bad comparison, most likely, but that's what it sounded like to me. She sings my name. I howl hers. Our voices jumble together and create an orchestra performing a song of our love. And even after it's all said and done, it still sings within my heart. In the night, we hold onto each other completely nude. I brush gently through her hair. She stares at me with solemn eyes, as if some sort of bitter regret lingered on her taste buds. Scarlet, is everything okay? Did you not like it? No, I did, and that's why I feel bad. I feel like my mother. What a comparison. Why is that? Because I did that whole love confession thing just to distract myself from everything that's been going on. None of what I said truly came from the heart. I just wanted to feel something. Using you like she uses me. Claire, you've been a distraction and nothing but since the beginning, an escape from whatever happened at home. That's why I hated when you brought up the reality that day. That's why I hated when you brought up the reality that day, when you tried to ask me what was wrong. I lashed out because I went to you to forget about every little thing that was wrong. With me, with my home, with my mom. Claire, you are my drug, and every day I crave more and more of you. Sometimes it feels like I've gone mad. I love how innocent you were, like a little white lily bell. I loved how stupid you were, how childish you were too. I loved your hobbies of doll collecting. I loved your teary eyes and inability to hold a conversation without turning beet red. I loved your childish stalking behaviors based on not perversion, but desire to be a pretty girl. I loved it all. That innocence in itself is what I was addicted to. I loved you because you were an idiot, a child. And I took that innocence just now with a smile, just like my mother did to me, for the exact same reason. With that exact same addiction feeling it. What are you talking about? I had intercourse with you to distract myself from my mother's consistent suicide threats and beatings this week after I had that fight with you. Just like how she had intercourse with me to distract from my father's death. She did what? I know. I'm awful for saying I hate her when I do the same thing, but Scarlet, you are not the problem here. Why would your mother... Before I can finish, she buries herself in my bare chest and sobs like a maniac. I'm sorry, Claire. I didn't feel good. You felt good. I never liked intercourse more in my life. I want to do it again and again and again and again. And we can't. We shouldn't. I shouldn't dirty you like this. She pushes herself away. She stares at me for a bit, then looks away. I'm sorry. I should go. I shouldn't. I'm sorry. I crawl up to her and hold her hand. It's as soft as it was on my chest. It's okay. I won't lie and say I understand, but I know this isn't your fault. You're a really sweet and considerate girl, Scarlet. Way more than you're giving yourself credit for. If you were just using me, you wouldn't have confronted me when I had the fright at the marketplace. You wouldn't have offered me food because you noticed I was hungry. You wouldn't have tried to up my confidence with that flattery, or hell, even apologize now. You wouldn't have done any of that. So, I think you're a very good person. How naive. I feel horrible for loving that. Please don't. You're not gross for loving me. Gosh, Claire, you're such an idiot. I love that in you. I've always loved how stupid you are. The living embodiment of Daisie's purity. If only I could embody that way you do. Such childish purity. It truly drives me crazy how envious I am of it. I admire that in you. Maybe I want to be a bit like you too. We went to bed shortly after this. The next morning, Scarlet leaves. The morning right after Scarlet comes back. The sight of her face is disturbing. It covered the girdless purples and blues, mixed with the bearded greens and bloody reds. Her eyes were downcast and her nose was still dripping fresh with blood. She had nothing on but the white summer dress she usually wore to go frolicking in the flowers. No shoes, no socks, nothing but that dress. She limps towards me and plops herself in my cot. They rest in my arms. I get it now. True love can only be achieved with you. My journey's over. I don't need her anymore. You're the only woman I could ever love, Claire. I don't need anyone else but you. I'm never going back to Mother. I want to stay here forever with you and only you. My mother and I had been in a romantic and intercourse relationship for a while now, ever since my father has died in the middle school. My mother had grown ill in the head afterwards, and unfortunately inherited every single one of his features besides his. My mother grew obsessed with me and had eventually come to the conclusion that if her beloved husband was dead, she could at least make her daughter her beloved wife. My mother had been very overprotective since then. She got upset when I played with my friends for too long, called adulteries, and often would beat me over petty things like that. So, in response, I tried to rebel. I tried finding true love far away from her menacing gaze, like a story where the princess was saved from the wicked witch of a tower by a prince, who could then break the curse of my dull, bitter heart. I often ended up dating boys in my class and had intercourse with a few, but it was clear to me then were just like my mother, out for my body. I felt a bit weary at this fact, and even so, every kiss and touch felt so deplorable. I felt like I could die. And when I got home, my mother claimed adulteries, and rightfully so, and beat me before having intercourse with me the next day. It was torture. No matter what, I could never grasp the childish fairy tale love that was always preached to me in storybooks. But you changed that, Claire. You were the first person to ever truly love me. To ever be strong enough to show vulnerability. To ever be strong enough to show vulnerable parts of yourself to be besides your body. The first to listen, the first to want to do anything but intercourse. The first to look at my body and think, her dress is cute instead of all the different kinds of positions you could put me in. The taste of my body, my tongue in your mouth. I teased you and called you a pervert, but the real pervert here was me all along. I started all of this just to have intercourse, but when it came to it, I realized I fell for you, Claire. What a miserable way to live. As if you lived any better. You've been shut in since 13. I'd say that's a whole lot better. That's strange. So, what's for dinner? Aren't you the one who cooks? Oh, you're right. I think I'll make some meatloaf tonight. Is that alright? If she were here, my mother would tell me I should eat my meat. How cute. Okay, I'll prep the oven then. The two of us have been living together for a little while now. We've had a decently normal life without too much trouble. We take care of one another pretty well. Scarlet helps with my hygiene and presentability, while I help Scarlet with homework and errands. It's not much interesting, but to me it's heaven. Though recently Scarlet has been a bit frantic. She's grown homesick and seems to have gone mad with a worry for her mother. When we go out into the village to get food for the week, she seems desperate to run back home. In the middle of the night, she has had these horrible night terrors and tries to go back home. It seems like every little thing reminds her of her mother nowadays, and every little thing reminds her she has to go home. I try my best to calm her down and keep her by my side. I make sure she never leaves my sight, no matter where we are or where we're going, just to keep her from running back. Tonight was the exact same. Scarlet, please calm down. I have to go back. Mother only has me. Without me, she will die. She needs me, Claire. I need to go back. I don't want her to. Didn't you say you hated her? Claire, no one actually hates their mother and actually wants them dead. Let me go. I can't let you do that. Oh God, Claire, you don't let me do anything. I'm just trying to protect you. Oh, shut up with that. You say you want to protect me from her, but sometimes I feels like you are becoming her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. God, I don't have the right to cry right now. I really do want to help you, Scarlet, I do. But you're such a nutcase. But you deserve freedom, free will. But you'll end up destroying yourself. I should support you no matter what you do. But what if that thing is hurting you? Is my love hurting you too? I can't let you go. Please don't hate me. I want to help. I love you. I'm sorry. Thoughts swarm endlessly within my head. I feel so sick. I kneel over, yet instead of vomiting, I just cry. I cry and cry and cry. I sob like a baby, slobbering and spitting all over myself. What a useless protector I am. She notices this and hugs me. I can't see the look on her face when she does. I can feel her shaking thought. Oh, Claire, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't take this out on you. I'm sorry. I know you want to help. I know you do. It just, God, I don't know what it is. This all just feels so suffocating. It just all feels too normal, too comforting, too happy. And it's so different from the love everyone gave me that it doesn't feel like love at all. I know this is what I always wanted, but I still feel miserable. I am always miserable and always chasing misery, no matter what. I wanted freedom. I wanted true love. But now that I have it, all I want is my mom again. God, I'm such a fool. I'm so stupid. I want her to hold me and touch me and violate me. I want to have intercourse with her again, even though I hate the feeling more than anything. That's all I am, a pervert, Claire. A gross pervert in love with my mother. And now I'm hurting you because I can't feel love for anyone but her. God, Claire, I'm sorry. We cry ourselves silly to sleep. By the very crack of dawn, Scarlet Haze is gone with the wind. Scarlet! I desperately search every corner of my cave. Though. There aren't many places one could hide in such a tight space. The only place she could have gone to is her mother's. Oh God. I ran out of my cave. I make my way through the flower field. A sunrise here would be quite a beautiful sight, I'm sure of it, but my panicked and horribly ill-ridden brain cared not about the nice shimmering red reflections on the pretty white petals of the countless pauline and lilies and dandelions. Because Scarlet Haze was the most important thing to me, and nothing, I mean nothing, could get in the way of my love for her. Not this sight, not these flowers, not even my fear of humans, hell, not even my fear of death. Scarlet Haze is the only thing on my mind. Scarlet Haze is the only woman I love and could ever love. I want to cry with her. I want to laugh with her. I want to live, then die with her. I'll do anything to be by your side, Scarlet. At the very end of the garden stands a young girl with messy blonde hair, bruises on her cheeks, and cuts and scuffs all over her body. Most notably, she was covered in blood. Scarlet. Claire. She runs up to me and wraps around me and cries helplessly like a child in my arms. We walk home together. I clean her up, bandage whatever cuts she may have, and we lay together in our cot. You don't know I killed her, right? I killed my mother. I don't care but that you did. You should care. I killed my own mother. I really don't. It was brutal the way I killed her too. Stabbed her about 20 or 40 times in the chest like a maniac. I really couldn't care less. You really should. I killed her. Well, I don't. You should. I'm a monster. I killed my own mother like a horror movie. She died the worst death ever. She died by her daughter's hands. It's not your fault. The knife was in my hands, Claire. I kept the knife I threatened you with and killed my mother. It's still not your fault. She could have killed me instead like she wanted. That bottle should have hit my head and cracked my skull open. It's not your fault, Scarlet. God, stop with the pity party and just agree with me, Claire. Just call me the monster I am. You're not a monster. I killed my mother in cold blood, Claire. You didn't have the choice, did you? I wish I did. I hold on to her tight. She squeezes back tighter. She wails like a child in my arms, wailing about her mother and what she did, how badly she misses her now, how badly she wants to undo everything, how she wishes she had obeyed, how all of this her fault, how horrid she is, how evil she is, begging for chastisement. She had not acknowledged her own wounds, only her mother's. Just like a child will always only learn it's their fault if they are hit. A child cannot rationalize right from wrong properly, nor can they rationalize their own emotions. They don't learn it's wrong, they don't learn moral, or anything of the sort. They only learn that they are upset, and that is their fault you are upset. This is what my mother told me after I asked her about why she never chastised me in the same manner as my teachers. She told me this is to explain why she never will. Scarlet Daze, you do not deserve punishment. You do not deserve to be yelled at or determined a monster. You are only a child. Maybe not the pure of heart innocence you consider a child, but a child nonetheless. A hurt, afraid, and beyond terrified child. Despite being a murderer, and despite forgiving the sin of her murder, Scarlet and I still attend her mother's funeral. Rogue Daze, her mother, is described by the priest as a wonderful woman gone too soon. What lies, I think to myself. I dare not to say it, though. My mother's death was easily framed as a suicide. She was known in the community for her depravity, it seems. Scarlet knew this, so she left a knife in her mother's hand when she left. Scarlet cried louder than anyone else in that funeral. Strange sight, considering she dubbed herself as a cold-blooded killer. Most murderers don't feel a thing for their victims. Scarlet Daze may have well been the only person who cared for her mother. It's okay, I told her, just to calm her down. Not a single tear falls from my eyes. We moved in together afterwards. Scarlet Daze becomes a husk of her former self. She doesn't want to eat or cook. She can't go to sleep without some horrible night terrors, recalling the events of her mother's death. And she refuses to leave and refuses to let me leave either. Scarlet Daze, once vibrant red color, now faded completely into a far more muted moron. She was in no way the Scarlet Daze I fell in love with. Yet I stayed by her side, because even this muted and muddily scarlet was still scarlet, even if she was far different from when I fell for her. She was still scarlet, and I loved every part of her. The greedy, the disgusting, the perversive, malice, lonely, hideous, clingy, and violent parts of her. Even if not as overly divine as the cute, sweet challenges and funny, were still as dazzling as ever in my eyes. After a month or so, Scarlet asked me about her mother and her fate. Claire? Do you think that my mother would have just killed herself eventually? Why do you say that? Because she was trying to kill both me and herself when I ended up killing her. I felt sick to my stomach. She was pushed over the brink of madness because I ran away. So when she saw me again, she'd rather I lost my life than lose me to someone else. She'd rather we died together than committing suicide by herself. So do you think she just meant to die? In all honesty, I was taken back by her mother's cruelty and the concept that a mother could do something so selfish and horrific to their own daughter, and that Scarlet was made to carry the guilt for a simple means of self-defense. And I was also appalled by the cruelty in my own answer. Yes, I believe so. I don't think there was any saving that woman. The only regrettable thing that her death was that she died in front of you. That's cruel. I know. Nobody should ever hear someone say their mother deserved to die. I know they shouldn't. I'm sure many people would think the same about my own mother. But I truly couldn't think of any other way to put it. It's not you that's cruel. It's fate. I wish she didn't want to die, and that I didn't kill her, and that father didn't die so she would have stayed sane. I wish I was a better daughter. I wished I loved my mother in life. I just want to tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mommy. I'm sorry. She curls up into my chest once more and cries herself silly. Afterwards, her eyes are red and puffy, and her cheeks are flushed with hotter than usual rosy pink. Her eyes are closed. She's asleep. I hope you can forgive me yourself, Scarlet Haze. I think something like that before drifting off to sleep myself. Sunrise. The exact sunrise we saw when Scarlet's mother died glimmered through the cracks of our humble abode. Claire? Yes? I want to cook something today. We should go to the marketplace. I felt a bit shocked hearing this. I softly smile at her. It's nice knowing she's trying to get back on her feet. Yeah, let's go. I put my hood on and we march on out to the village. We grab some meat, vegetables, and spices and head back home. On our way, we make our way through the flowers field and stop amid the section filled with forget-me-nots. These were my mother's favorite flowers. Dad got them for her when he proposed. He wanted to make sure my mother knew she was loved, that he would always be in her heart, that he'd never forget her for as long as he lived. There was always a bouquet of forget-me-nots in the vase somewhere in our house until my father died. Can I take these to her? I was a bit appalled by her overwhelming empathy for her mother. Yet I thought back to how it felt losing my own, and simply came to the conclusion that mothers, no matter how cruel, will always be part of their children, and that this part cannot be easily replaced once it's removed. There was always be something missing, and will always leave a child to roam the earth, now a husk of their former selves. Even if it was a good thing it was removed. Sure, I support your decision, and from now on, I'll try harder to support the understanding the fact you truly did love your mother enough to miss her so helplessly. We went to her grave, dropped the forget-me-nots off, and Scarlet fell to her knees, sobbing once more. After this, we finally made it home. Scarlet and I ate up this simple stew. Do you like the stew? It's really nice. I'm not the descriptive person, so I can't describe it, but your cooking is really good. I see, thank you. She really is gone, isn't she? What now? I'm not sure. That's for you to decide, isn't it? Giving me the decision, huh? That's new. No one had ever done that one before. Can we watch the sunset in the flower field? I always wondered what it looked like when I wasn't rushing out. Sure. I respond with a green-eyed grin, yet a soft one, my tail wagging ever so slightly. We walk together into the field and plop ourselves smack in the middle of the bushel baby breasts. The sun's dimly light reflects onto them ever so slightly, turning their usual white and misty appearance to a bitter red. We stare in silence as the sun drifts off to slumber. The baby breasts caress our ankles, go from white to red to light blue to purple to pitch black. Now the main attraction are our numerous stars gleaming at us. I would have never been able to do this before. I'm glad I didn't. It's beautiful. Have you ever done this before, Claire? Once with my own mother. She read in the daily newspaper that there would be a meteor shower in our village, and took me to this very field to watch them all lie down. It was beautiful. The thing I remember most is 1,000 stars shooting through the sky, Mother and I having made a wish to be together forever. Recalling this memory brought tears to my own eyes, and the slight cracking of my voice made it clear just how depressing recalling it may have seemed. But it felt nice remembering that night. It felt like finding a missing toy from all so long ago that you lost as a child. It was once the only thing on your mind, and had brought you great joy, and even after having forgotten its existence, you still feel that joy ever so slightly. Maybe now it doesn't bring as much joy as a childhood, but it still does leave a gentle smile on your face. Before I met Scarlet, all I could recall from life was my mother, was her death, and I had lived chained by the memory of her death ever since. Yet having Scarlet by my side has made me recall so many wonderful things. Her warmth, her cooking, her voice, her smile, and now things we did together. I wonder for a bit if death had an opposite effect for Scarlet, and if she was recalling the good things about her mother through her absence. Say, if you don't mind, what was your mother like before she went crazy? She was kind, and caring too. She spoiled me rotten as a child, and my father often joked that I would end up growing into a cheeky little girl because of how often I played pranks on him and kids at school, and how often mother spoiled me without a punishment. She bought me lots of toys and gave me my love for flowers. Her voice was like an angel. Her platinum blonde hair made her look dazzling in the sunlight, and even more so in the moonlight. It was like it could change colors. Her hair in the sun, it was radiant yellow, until moonlight, it was a pale blue. We used to sing songs together. We liked sneaking up on Dad and surprising him before he died. We were a very happy family. How did Dad die? An illness. We watched him rot away slowly, Mother and I. When he caught that illness, Mother caught an illness of the brain. If I saw that meteor shower back then, I wonder if I would have wished for Dad to live. I wonder if it would have come true. Maybe. Do you think things would have been different if Dad hadn't lived? I can see that, yes. Do you think your life would have been different if your mother lived? Definitely. I see. Want to do this again tomorrow? I'd love to. Scarlet Haze, afraid of true love, yet always yearning for its embrace. Its savior, its divine radiance. Claire Clawthorne, terrified of hatred, always hiding from others to avoid it, yet always being naturally drawn in by others, and always yearning to be with others. A depressing pair found a strange solace in each other. A flower blooms inside the cracks of their hearts. It's a little bush of tiny blue flowers, forget-me-nots, so as to not forget what had happened, so as not to forget past loves, so as not to forget each other, so as not to forget each golden sunrise and sunset, so as to not forget each leaf, subsided by winter and reborn by spring, so as not to forget that flowers bloom and wither, so not to forget the beauty of each petal before they do, so as not to forget those transitional moments of life, so as not to forget that pleasant gold that never stays. The two lived life day by day, laughed and cried alongside one another. What a beautiful fate from both of them. Wouldn't you agree, my friend? So that looks like the end of Misty Scarlet Daze, and wow, that was a lot, and I'm having a lot of considerations and thought process behind it all, and my own thoughts on Scarlet Daze, and I think she may have gone through some kind of Stockholm syndrome or something. Imagine having your arm, and that arm gets infected, And as it gets infected, you have to get rid of it or cut it out because it will kill you. It's only causing physical and mental illnesses into you because it's causing great harm. But you don't want to lose that harm. No one wants to lose their arm. But at one way or another, you have to cut it off because it's infected. And let's say something greatly happened to you, or you fell and you got injured that type of way. And to think of it is more of a way between the two connections. I know it's not the best example, but at least gets an idea that you love something, but you don't want it gone, but it's only causing harm. And that's something that does happen in this story, and it's a very interesting concept. I definitely watered that down a lot. But with Claire, it was different. She saw her mother passed away at a very early age, and she never fully got the process of how she fully died, and always kind of lingered on the thought of her mother's death, and hasn't really fully moved on. But now that she's always kind of thought of it, and the past things, it's one way to actually finally grow back and process the emotions. After all, you've only been lingered on one thing, and that's the death of her. And to actually think of it more, it's a great way to move on. But this game was very upsetting for me at the first run through the game. I almost cried. Oh, and that was not a pleasant day. I pretty much went to bed early. And I just could not. It was very upsetting for me. And I hope you're doing better. Like I said, it just should be a game. It's a horror novel. It's nothing too much serious. But yeah, this does look like the end of Misty Scarlet Daze. If you guys want to be caught up for games I'll be playing next, or just want your name at the end of every outro, you guys can join my Patreon or my YouTube members. Both of them will give you sense benefits, but this looks like the end of this. My name is 𝒂𝒂𝒏. I have a few things to say to you. Love yourself and others, and I'll see you later.